What's up guys, this is Josh from Social Status. I wanted to create a video to answer a question that we continue to get asked by clients and prospects alike. It has to do with lead generation and how to get the most sales off of the leads that get presented, whether that's by us, so you're generating your own leads, or you have a different marketing agency. This is really important to know. So lead generation is probably half of what we do at Social Status. Unlike selling a product, it has a whole spectrum of factors that come into play as to whether leads turn into sales. You might be selling a gym membership, you might be selling a swimming pool, you might be trying to sell a mortgage or a home loan. All of those are vastly different and require different sales processes. I'm not going to try to teach you how to sell. I presume if you're watching this, you have some interest or experience in that space. I'm just going to talk to you about best practice for lead generation, for us doing it for maybe 100 companies and seeing what works and what doesn't. I'm also going to tell you about 3 tips we have to make sure that you're getting the most sales out of your leads. So, best practice. If you get a lead, call them as soon as possible. For a whole range of reasons, people don't do that. Maybe they're uncomfortable getting on the phone, maybe they don't want to get rejected, maybe they're too busy, maybe there's too many leads for them to get in touch with. Ideally, if you can, get on the phone really quickly. It's just sales 101. That's the best likelihood you have to close a deal. If it's not going to be a phone call, then some sort of email correspondence that's also quite prompt is the next best step, whether that's an automated email off your contact form on your website or something that you send out when you see a lead come through that's like a qualification. Hey Greg, saw you're interested in our services. Do you want to jump on the phone tomorrow for a chat? Either way, time to the lead is really important. If a lead sits there for 72 hours, it's almost gone. Whether you're selling gym memberships or swimming pools, your conversion rate's going to be different. But let's tentatively say you might close 1 in 5 opportunities, which is great. But that means 4 out of 5 opportunities are going to become a lead that needs to be nurtured or possibly closed later. A lot of businesses just discard those leads and say, he said no, he's not interested, but he might be interested next month, next year, or he might have a sister-in-law who actually needs a gym membership. So let's talk about how you can nurture and follow those leads up so that you're going to increase that 20% to 30 or 40 over time. You guys would all know it's a numbers game. So the most efficient way to do this is to have a database. When your leads are coming through, make sure that they're going into some centralized system. It could be MailChimp, which is free and easy to use. It could be HubSpot or Salesforce or whatever it is that you're using. As they go in there, you're able to send email communications regularly to them, whether that's a simple monthly update to remind them that you're alive, or some type of promotional message to try to tip them over the edge if they were thinking about it. 20% off summer pool sale, get in touch with us now. Do that with regularity because that will make the leads re-qualify themselves and it's an autopilot way to generate more sales. The next is what I call getting personal. We've all had that experience from a salesperson where they're hassling you, let's say gym memberships, and you inquired for 2 minutes because you were thinking about it, and then some slick wanker is calling you every day, texting you, hey man, did you think about joining the gym? I'm just following up, when's the best time to get in touch? And it just makes people just like pull back and you're like, I don't want to talk to that guy ever again. And then the deal is dead. Something that I learned through trial and error, which has become my only go-to for follow-ups on any sale opportunities, is what I call getting personal. Don't reach out and say, hey man, have you thought about signing that contract yet? Because he knows that you want him to sign the contract. You don't have to say that. Reach out and say, hey, I saw an article online that was from a competitor doing something cool. I thought you'd find it interesting. Or hey, I saw you doing this online and wanted to give you some feedback on it. If you give them more help and more value, it just flips the dynamic to all of a sudden they're like, geez, this guy's a good bloke. I probably shouldn't mess him around. Maybe I'll give him a go. Stay personal. Don't just chase and follow up 17 times in a row because you're just going to piss people off. And then finally, timeliness, organization. If somebody says no, make sure that you say to them, hey, that's cool. Can I give you a call back in a week or a month? People tend to commit to that because if they're saying no to you, they're happy with some kind of compromise where they're like, yeah, sure, call me in a month. Put it in your calendar and call them in a month. It's a numbers game. If you've got 100 leads, you can it's impossible for you to be across all of them and remember where they're at. So you've got a database where you're keeping them. You're going to set reminders of when to reach out to them. And if you stay consistent with every person and call them back when you say they will, and basically until you get a no, you're looking for that yes, you'll be a lot more successful. So be organized, make notes, follow up again and again until they say no. It's still an opportunity. So hopefully that helps you. Go out and close way more leads. Josh from Social Status coming at you. See you on the next one.